There have been approximately 50 recessions in the history of the United States. Almost 30 of these occurred after the Great Depression. Many recessions happen without consumer knowledge or attention, while the most recent recession has caused high unemployment rates and inflation. It is important to know as a consumer your rights and protection. My name is Erin Savage, branch manager of the Heritage Bank. I am here today to inform you of consumer banking regulations in place to protect you and highlight new acts your government officials have been working on. The White House has been working tirelessly for the middle class. The White House blog explains how consumer Robin Fox was paying her credit card bills on time when she was suddenly hit with a massive rate increase. The new Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform and Consumer Protection Act demands accountability and responsibility from everyone. It provides certainty to everyone from bankers to consumers. With this new law, unfair rate hikes, like the one that hit Robin, will end for good. This law ensures that contracts will be simpler so you will know what you're signing. These current reforms represent the strongest consumer financial protections in history as they look out for people as they interact with the financial systems. Just as you've seen with the Wall Street reform, regulations are in place to protect you and your finances. Today we will explore the roles of the Federal Reserve Bank, the FRB, and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, the FDIC. These roles that these corporations have played in consumer protection. We will also look into the newly signed Card Act of 2009. It is especially important to young adults today contemplating credit cards. The FDIC and the FRB are in place to protect consumers and their funds placed in participating financial institutions. The FDIC was established in response to thousands of bank failures in the 1920s and the 1930s that closed during the Great Depression. It was established when President Roosevelt signed the Banking Act of 1933. The FDIC examines and supervises financial institutions for safety and soundness and consumer protection. They also insure our deposits. The FDIC is an independent agency created by Congress to maintain stability and public confidence in the nation's financial system. This is exactly what they have been doing for 77 years, helping the public. Some consumers think it is safer to keep their hard-earned money under their mattress. But this only harms the economy. By taking money out of your bank, you are becoming part of a reason why banks fail. What everyone needs to know is that the FDIC protects you and insures your money up to $250,000 in each participating bank. Next, we'll look into the Federal Reserve Bank, the FRB, which plays a large role in consumer protection. They require banks to hold cash reserves to ensure banks do not overextend themselves past the amount of deposits on hold. The FRB also has several regulations in place to protect your privacy, finances, and interest. Let's explore some regulations that affect us every day. Regulation Z, known as Truth in Lending, ensures credit card users are treated fairly. In a recent FRB press release, this was addressed. This rule marks an important milestone in the Federal Reserve's efforts to ensure consumers who rely on credit cards are treated fairly, and I agree. Another regulation, Reg E, known as Electronic Funds Transfers, protects consumers using debit cards by letting you decide whether or not transactions should be authorized or declined when overdrafting your account. If you do not want to utilize your bank's standard overdraft practices, think about linking your checking account to your savings account for overdraft protection. This regulation also provides cardholders with 0% liability on unauthorized transactions within 60 days. Reg BB, known as the Community Reinvestment Act, ensures and encourages banks to help meet the needs of their entire communities and not redline or discriminate against certain areas in the community. Now that we have discussed a few important regulations, let's look into President Obama's Card Act of 2009. The Credit Card Accountability, Responsibility, and Disclosure Act of 2009 was established to amend the Truth in Lending Act to establish fair and transparent practices Consumers 21 years and older will now require co-signers unless they can show proof of income. Cardholders who pay on time should not be penalized, and cardholders deserve the right to set limits on their cards. It also sets limit on excessive fees imposed on all cardholders. And the transparency comes into play by requiring an explanation of what making minimum payments will mean over time for each consumer and how much interest they will be paying. In conclusion, I hope that you are now better informed on the banking regulations that are in place to protect you, the consumer. Thank you.